And then up here, if you look, all these stickers on the door jamb, and the remnants of these stickers, that's all, somebody oil changed this. And the match set of 4 tires all lead me to believe somebody actually cared about this car at one point. Which makes me sad to deliver this news that I'm about to give you. Now, I did get a comment. Got a lot of comments, a ton of subscribers. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. For those of you that are new, my name's Nate. I'm an idiot, but I like cars a lot. Okay, so Media Main 6. Turns out this is not a 318 poly. It's a 1 year only 326 poly. Based on the A318, but it's got a hydraulic valve train. Which is interesting. Like I said, we're going off a YouTube comment, so those are never wrong. But I pulled the spark plugs out. Here's the spark plugs from this side of the engine. Focus. Anyway, they're actually still, you can still see the moisture on them. That's just this side. We'll go around the other side. Because the whole story I got with this being a flood car, I'm gonna say that, yeah, that wasn't a lie. Now these are the real winners, okay? You see that, folks? I don't think any amount of acetone or whatever the hell you want to put transmission fluid down these cylinders is gonna help out here. I'm not even gonna try to put a bar on the crank just because it's a 1 year only engine, apparently. And those cylinders are so full of shit that I'm just gonna be doing damage. So we're just gonna go ahead and say she's hooped. We're gonna go into the car and we're gonna drop the oil together and see together just how bad this thing really is. Yeah, this guy right here.
Okay, got
this
it.
Is where the,
I see it now.
that's where the magic's gonna happen.
Do you want your face in this?
Honestly, the less my face is in the camera shot, the better this whole thing's gonna be. Look. Okay, folks, this is not what you want to see when you start to drop your oil. Okay? This car was flooded, so that means the engine got full of water. Water's heavier than the oil, if there is oil. And basically the water settled to the bottom of the pan. Long story short, what we're seeing now is not what you want to see ever.
Oh my.
Remember what I was saying about how this engine is not the best? The reason I say that is because of this. And it just, I'm letting this roll straight through. I don't, because this is, I paid $500 for this peaceful, calming fountain.
Yeah, it's pretty soothing.
Isn't it? Okay, anytime, there we go. Now the rust is coming. Oh. Is that it? See, usually it goes water, rust, goo, then oil. But I don't even think we had oil in here. Yeah, folks, that's 2 gallons of water down there. And, up, nope, there's some chunks. Ooh. Ooh, there's big chunks. I'm gonna go grab a screwdriver. This is the only time where I've seen what we're seeing now, and it's been funny. Well, it's still not funny, because it would have been cool if this thing ran, because then we could have found somebody that needed it and sold it and made a lot of money. Yeah, you stick your finger in there, and it's just sludge goo. So, that answers that. Let's do the transmission while we're here, just for funsies. I just don't feel like this is gonna be any better. I probably should have dumped the water, but survey says.
Water.
I can't tell you folks exactly what the numbers of this automatic transmission are, but right now I'm just gonna go ahead and say it really doesn't matter at this point, because But it's odd that there's no oil in either of these things. Well, never mind. I take it back. They are a good junkyard over there at Stootson's. They actually drain their stuff like they're supposed to. At least I hope that's what's going on. Anyway, I'm gonna put these drain plugs somewhere where I will for sure lose them. Oh well, nothing to get upset about.
What are you doing? And we're live.
Okay, now we're gonna go show you the reason why I'm not all that as concerned or crying like I would normally be, because I'm gonna go show you the engine, transmission, and drivetrain that is going under this car. And do you know how long it took me to find these keys? I don't even want to talk about it. There's even spare keys to this truck, and I lost those too. All right, folks, you're getting a twofer. We're gonna show you the engine and transmission, and it's a wheel-it start, all in the same one. Let's go. Okay, all right, we're here. Go ahead and turn around and show the folks at home. Behold, it's still a Dodge. We're keeping the 59 a Dodge through and through. Well, except for the Cummins. I'm really hoping that this one battery comes out of it, but you can see the date. This thing is literally almost smoking hot. So I've got another battery and I've got oil. We brought about a jug of oil for it because it loves oil. Now this battery's from 2021, so hopefully it evens out. And I kind of swore I had 2 batteries in this, but I don't know. I don't know anymore. When you have 10 vehicles, they get lost. All right. Got the adjustable hammer. A nice old Chevy. Flip around and show them that Chevy. Nice old Chevy truck there. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be over dramatic. This thing is a Cummins. Like, there, it's loading down the charger. That's good. Don't ever do, you're not supposed to do that, but if you watch this channel for any length of time, you're going to quickly realize this is not the way you do anything. You see that? See the rust on the pulley? It's been a year. Honest to God, this thing could be locked up from sitting, and if it is, I'm going to cry. Now, do you want a little backstory on this truck and why it's not just another rusted out Dodge, and it's actually very special to me, and that's mainly because I grew up in this truck. Anyway, my dad got this when I was like, 3 foot tall, right after the movie Twister came out. He bought it used off a guy that had a petting zoo and drove around with a monkey in this truck. You can laugh because it sounds ridiculous, but it's the damn truth. Anyway, this truck has been in the family ever since then. The little bit of high school I went to, I drove this truck. There wasn't a cat involved at that time, but so now I think we're ready to fire this turd up. Leroy, you might want to beat it. I can't remember where the primer bulb is, folks, so we're just going to assume it doesn't need it because we are losing daylight rapidly. All right, Cat, you really want to leave or rethink your choices. Oh, actually, let's walk around this beauty. I'll show them. Okay, so she's a little, it's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's got weight reduction all through it. If you show them in here, you can see the holes through the bed. The only thing good about this bed is the 5th wheel rails. That piece of road horn is actually supposed to go over that, and that is the stack because I was super cool. We'll keep going around it. You want to hear something crazy? I remember when this truck got its very first rust spot. It wasn't on this side. It was, I don't know where the hell the taillight went. That's how long it's been off the road. You can turn to 21. I don't know where that taillight went, but I feel like I should have done what I did here to that one, and it'd still be there. This was the very first rust spot this truck ever got, was right here. And then from then on out, it's an Illinois Dodge with, in the glove box here, owner's manual. Actually, a phone case I've been looking for. That I needed. And you can show them the dashboard. I've actually got a video of that dashboard. Somewhere in here is actually the dyno papers. So we had this truck dynoed back in 2005. So it's been a minute. But there's our dyno numbers. 138 horsepower and 421 foot-pounds of torque at 52 and 55. This is as they received it. Okay, I forget they did. They turned her up just a little bit. So they turned it up to 175 horse and 574 feet-pound of torque. Now, granted, this was in 2005, so I feel as though some of those ponies have escaped the corral, basically. But none of that's really important as long as it starts. And I don't know if it's gonna. There's the mileage. 337, 730. Yeah, she's got a lot of miles. And it is worn slap out. See, that sound right there is my childhood in a nutshell. I actually spent my childhood right back here, sitting in the back seat. So here we go. Hold that thought. Ain't got no gas in it. Actually, it doesn't even have diesel in it. Oh, hear it making noises? So I guess if you let it set for a year, she loses some prime. That, and like I said, the fuel light has been on for... Alright, oh God!
What'd you sit on? Did you sit on that?
I think that went in my butt cheek.
Oh.
Anyway.
Ooh.
Moving on. Gotta be careful with these things, folks. And...
You got a little bit.
Everywhere. And she's got oil pressure, which it should. Also, the wiper fluid is low. Bubba, come on. You wanna go with us? Get up there. She'll run on her own. I'm actually gonna shut her back down. I just wanna know what fucking broke my mirror and broke the windshield, but like I said,
Did you just notice it?
This was a brand new windshield. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. This whole truck is going to die. Just not the under bits. Look at this. Look at we got the crew here. All right, I'm going to go find a bucket to sit on and unhook the battery charger, and then we're going to go for a little ride. I don't see why that is not 100%. That's legit. All right. Got to unhook that. This is... I never understand why they don't put a damn grab handle on the driver's side. Probably so you don't hit it and die in a collision. Okay, so this is gonna work out lovely. I'm glad I picked the rocker. All right, here we go. Come on, little girl. Now it is that, I think it's a 904 transmission. Anyway, it's on like its 5th transmission since our family's had it. So we're going to pop it in neutral here for a second and kind of let the torque converter fill up. Look at that. It still says the temperature. Most of the time this thing's like just spazzing the hell out. And it's no good. Hello. Those used to work. That's a bummer. Anyway. Let's see about... actually made a video on this truck. God, Leroy's done. I actually made a video on this truck back before the plates went out. One summer I was driving it and I took the doors off and the windows out to make it more like a Jeep, you know? And it actually was a lot of fun. But now the last time I actually drove this thing on the interstate, it death wobbled. Like the Ram death wobble everybody talks about. It did it, finally, and it did it for real.
And let me tell you folks, that's the scariest shit I've ever dealt with in my life. Like, I thought I was gonna die. But anyway. Yeah, this is the truck. So basically, and I'm still trying to explain to Jess here exactly what the plan is for this car, because I know when you hear it and you don't know stuff about cars, it doesn't make sense if you do know stuff about cars. Basically, the 59 is going to sit on this frame, which of course after I, maybe rebuild some suspension shit in the front. But anyway, this is going to be the 59. That's why I wasn't very sad about that engine being toast. But she's still got a little bit of get up in her. If you look out the back window, I gotta stop doing that or working around out of fuel. Hang on. This rocking chair is really convenient. I doubt it's gonna. There it goes. See? And when I said this truck's on its 5th transmission, this one is not far behind, so that's very interesting. I thought, oh, good thing I didn't move anything out of the way. Tell you what, I'm so prepared for. I promise not to hit your car. I'm gonna try really hard not to hit your car. I'm just kidding. We're just gonna get sideways in the road here, and it's gonna die because that's how it works. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun adventures in this truck over the years. But that's it. This is the drivetrain that's going under that car. I do kind of, it sucks it's so tall because this would be nice. Anyway. That's what's up with that. Basically, the reason I wanted to kind of go over this stuff is because some of the comments were like, that's going to be a tough car to restore. I didn't mean to like make the impression that I'm restoring this car, but yeah, that's not really what we do here. I'm not sure what we do here exactly at the fake business of Nasty Customs, but it involves shit like this. I like making things. This is going to be an affront to civilized society, this vehicle. So yeah, we're not restoring this car. Sorry if I gave that impression. And I know we're going to lose a few people on this, but, Anyway, for the rest of you that are still watching. So yeah, that's our drivetrain right there. My childhood truck. Oh, and another cool fun fact about this truck. Right after Hurricane Katrina, on the weekends, my dad would haul FEMA trailers from Indiana to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I was at that teenage age of in trouble all the time. So a lot of times I got to go with him. So that was just more memories in that truck, which is why I'm glad it gets to live on in the form of the most beautiful car I've ever seen in my life, which is this. But yeah, we're going to pull that engine. Like I said, I don't send anything to the scrapyard if it could have any sort of use ever. We'll bring you back on the next one with some, hopefully you'll see a little more progress between these two. This one's going to get a hell of a lot worse, and this one's, well, they're both going to get worse at first, but then it'll get better, I promise. All the new subscribers, thank you. You people are awesome. It blows my mind just the amount of comments and amount of reaching out people do. If you're not subscribed and you want to kind of follow along with this, the theme of this build, if there is such a thing, is just going to be, I had $500. I spent it on this car and a 58. So the budget is completely blown, and we're going to see just how cheaply this can be done. And we're not restoring the car. Sorry if I gave anybody that impression. This car is not restorable. Plus, there's no title. This has a title.
You're still restoring it. You're bringing it back to life, just in a different format.
Yeah, way cooler. I wanted to be able to, pull a car trailer and
go get more cars from this junkyard because, man, they got a lot of cool shit that needs to come here and live and turn into something ridiculous. I don't call it Nasty Customs because we restore stuff, folks. But we do have a lot of fun with our old junk. It's, honest to God, it's moving, I think. Yeah, just that and like a... Anyway. Thanks for watching. Okay, so for anybody getting mad about swapping that junk 59 onto the Cummins frame, this was the original, what I was originally going to put on the Cummins frame. I know it's dark and I apologize, but it's winter. This is a 1942 Dodge WC-54 World War II ambulance. If you've ever watched the TV show MASH, this is not the first couple seasons. That was a WC-9, but this is a few seasons after. This was what I was originally going to cut up to put on that frame. And I'm glad I found the 59 because this thing's a veteran. Plus, it runs and drives. It's got a rebuilt engine. I have some videos up on my channel playing with this thing over the years. And yeah, I just didn't have the heart to cut this thing up.